You guys can't hear me. This table's on a separate round timer, so it's more or less about there now. Okay, and I didn't put in the round number, did I? No, I didn't. I did everything else. Oh gosh, my lunch break is going to disappear. I can tell that much now. Okay, so this list hasn't been synced. And we are underway. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to round 3 of the French National Championship 2018. We are getting underway here with, what we're seeing is Nicolas Guizard. Get this unhooked from this microphone stand. There we go. Still got charge? Yes. Only does. Nicolas. Yep, Nicolas Guizard playing Romain from Strasbourg and Nicolas from Rennes. We have the Bomber Swarm on the table, accompanied by Red Line, Captain Jonas with Proton Torpedoes, Scimitar Squadron Pilot, that's the yellow one. No, the orange one. Okay, so we've got them there. The Scimitar Squadrons are numbered. One is numbered number 1. Then there's an orange one and a yellow one to help make that clearer. Oh gosh, my fat finger. Yellow, done. Yeah, and Captain Jonas is the one that's got the veterans paint job, the Gamma Squadron veteran paint job. So that's how we can tell the bombers apart. And yeah, they started the round up really, really quickly. We're running about 6 minutes behind the actual round timer. Okay, cool. Oh, I didn't even post to Facebook in the end. I got so rushed off my feet this morning. Sébastien. Sebastian, I sent you something through WhatsApp. I sent you a PDF through WhatsApp to print, please.
What?
I sent you a PDF through WhatsApp to print, please. Okay. And the ranking, please. Oui. Voici. No, I don't know if he's understood me. Oh, it's getting hot here. Not much shields on Nicolas' side of the table. That could be absolutely devastating if some crits start getting through. Caval's got some proton torpedoes to try and get some crits on. All he's got to do is take 3 shields off a red line, and every single crit he's got is going on. Not fun. Oh gosh. Well, at least I'm most of the way through the list anyway. How many have I got left to scan?
Ah oui, tout à fait. Il n'y a pas de gratuit qui se repart tous les trucs. Pas sur, sur Redline, il y a un play combo. Ah, il peut verrouiller aussi à partir du moment où il a fait une action. Il fait une action et après il a un gratuit. Il ne va pas se passer 1000 choses à l'engagement non plus.
What we are going to have here is we're going to have 2 very French players. When I was setting up, it did seem there was a little bit of a language difference there. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how well I can follow the game with my limited French. heat or like where a computer fan might be overheating. Two of them pretty quiet as well. Not much, even with the language barrier, it's not going to be easy. So that's them all scanned. All of these will scan, but there's no name except for this one. I have Berlin and things like that. Okay, so these we don't have any names for. We don't know who they are. Okay. So it's a pretty cautious opening in the end. Let's have a look. Obviously, the bomber squadron trying to joust head on after having deployed across the board. And they've got a pretty open avenue there straight through the rocks, so that's not really an issue for them. And Redline just kind of keeping a distance to be able to take full advantage of his proton bot. Not got proton bombs, proton torpedoes. And on the other side, the Jakku gun runner is proving to be a staple of the Scum faction. We've got Cavill with a dorsal turret, trick shot, proton torpedoes, Han Solo, R4 Astromech, Forlom with advanced sensors and Mist Hunter, and Palop Godalhi with the Moldy Crow and the trick shot. The Moldy Crow doesn't change his hull, does it? No, it gives him extra die. Okay. So thank you for joining us. Once again, this is a real jam-packed weekend of X-Wing. You've got the System Open in Poland. You've got the Australian Nationals, which will be starting up again with their top tonight. And the French National on this channel. Raven Squadron for Polish System Open is live right now, I believe. And a very cautious opening, yeah, from both players. Oh, I've got rankings. That's no good to me. Sebastian. As a PDF, I can't use the rankings. The rankings as PDF, I can't use.
You can use?
No.
Oh, okay. I
Can you do HTML
text
again? Or text or whatever?
Text.
Okay. Oh, just get things done. Okay. Some very delicate maneuvering from Nicolas. And he target locks Cavill. And I guess we're going to see pretty much a very similar maneuver here from all four bombers. Just kind of keeping that diamond formation. Better, much better. Interesting. Okay, so let me see if I can get these rankings up on screen. This is because it's coming from a MacBook. Looks like he's confused his dials. And Nicolas was gracious enough to let him change them back.
Alors je peux regarder que les deux. Enfin, oui, non, les deux. Ah, bah, en théorie, oui, si je vois trop mal placé mes chevaux, je vais voir avec le format des poissons, il y a toujours des petits détails.
I guess he was expecting a pretty long maneuver out of Kevin. Red line moves up pretty cautiously, and I'm guessing he's going to target lock if he's got range on. He wants to do Palob or maybe Forlong. Forlong would be more of a nuisance right now, but Palob is kind of like a hard counter to the Swarm, the Bomber Swarm. Will target locks the Jonas, but they're going to need to do some serious damage. At least take Jonas off the board before the scimitars start firing, as they're the ones with the lowest initiative. They're going to fire. No, the Jakku Gunrunner would fire before them because it's initiative 1. This is going to be an interesting engagement. We've got a red line firing on for what I guess is the Jakku Gunrunner. Yeah. Re-rolls, gets 3 focuses and a hit, spends the focus, gets 3 and a crit, and Jakku Gunrunner rolls 1 focus and 1 blank, so he's going to take 2 and a crit. Crit is a loose stabilizer, I think. Yeah, it's a loose stabilizer. Gets 3 and a focus. Spends the focus with Cavill, firing proton torpedoes on Captain Jonas. 1, 2, 3 and a crit.
Pour les joueurs de Destiny, le pairing est affiché. Suivez le doigt d'arbitre.
1 blank, 1 evade, so 2 and a crit on Captain Jonas. And that's a sensor structural damage. So pretty much even exchange there. Now, Forlom. No, yeah. Or Jonas. Jonas fires back. 1, 2, 3, 2 and a crit and a focus. Doesn't have the focus. Re-rolls. Oh, so 3 and 2 and 2 crits. So loses the 2 shields and gets the 2 crits, I'm guessing. That's a panicked pilot. And that's the structural damage again. Three blanks. Fall on now. Palob gets 1 and a focus, spends a focus, gets 2, and Jonas rolls 2, gets 1 and a focus, so takes 1 more damage. So he's very lucky to have had Jonas get out of that with 2 hull points left, being able to give his squad mates the rerolls on these torpedoes that they're about to fire onto Cavill. Cavill's going to go down. I don't see any way Cavill's coming out of this. First roll gives him 2 focuses and a blank. It's 2 hits and a blank. Cavill, because he's got structural damage, he's not rolling, so wrong ship. 2 more cards. So called not. They're talking about whether or not. I think they're talking about whether or not he gets something to do with the torpedo. Whether or not it gets the range bonus. I think the missile, I should say. Whether or not the. So for example, no, I've got no idea. I think the 2 back, the 2 scimitars at the back of the formation are locked onto Forlom, and I guess they're trying to work out if it's at range 3, does he get the extra die? So that's a shame. See, I thought it was gonna pile all of his attacks onto Cavill, but he's decided to switch over to Forlom. Not in arc. All right, it was the bonus attack from the cluster. Okay, good shot. He gets one more damage onto Cavill. And Cavill manages to limp away with just one hull point. So yeah, because I figured he was going to be able to get those torpedoes. He's only got cluster missiles. Rolls one hit with the Jakku gun runner, and rolls an evade, so nothing happens there. And they go back to dials. Wow, a little bit complicated that. The synergy there. Well, I think I've got this up right now running. Let me take a look. That was your ranking after round 2. Part of the French culture is to put surnames before given names. So some names are backwards. Yannick Pamat, Alain Loyer, Louis Venechet, Bastien Milesi, Francois Couret, we saw in round 1 do very well. Laurent FTN, I don't know who that is. Andres Romero, Utsi Usaray, Christian Repeto, Oriol Barnes, Lucas Bolak, Florian da Costa, Diego Arabati, Alex Burt from the 186 Squadron Quadcast there, Luan Dussard, Francois David Quesnel. I've seen him play last year when they came for the National, I remember the name. Renaud Desiré, Maxime Comonan, Maxime Hermes, Louis Merkel, Nicolas Barge. We also saw Daniel Avril in second place in round 2. And Lopez Perea, Nicolas Durand, Julien Jalether, and Donny Avril. Yeah, all these names are backwards. Alban Trinchero, Frank Pituloni, Julien Legout, Armand Mouro, Fauhaba Manish Fauhaba et Antoine Colomb. It's difficult for Nicolas in this situation because he's got so many ships to control and came so close to removing Cavill that turn, but just didn't quite manage to finish it. And so now he's got to get his bombers into a position where they can still come about and not cause too much problems. They're going to be moving before the majority of Romain's ships, giving him an opportunity to kind of set up like a blocking space in the middle and having red line then pound Forlom a bit more. This is the thing, is that the question is he really wanted to get Cavill off the table that last round. Leaving him on one whole point has kind of messed up the future plans for this round, being that now he has to consider at some point trying to get a shot onto Cavill just to remove him off the board and take care of those torpedoes and dorsal turret. Slow planning phase, this one, man. Obviously now the situation is that Romain's also got to think about the fact that he's got this big blocking shape just coming up and trying to make sure he gets into a position where he can or try to minimize the problems he's going to have from that, because obviously he's only going to bump against, his ship's only going to bump against one, leaving him with a couple more open to fire from. From the other three bombers at range 1. And with that cluster missile, that combination of being able to effect another attack onto another ship means he's going to be spreading spreading the damage around. A quick double check of the last few dials. creeping conga line movement here, just giving it a complete completely stonewalling in the scum player, Romain in this case.
J'aurais fait mon dos serré, mais t'es dans mon dos. Ouais, 21 mm. Là, je me plaçais là, comme il faut là. C'est là que je me dis, la meilleure idée, c'est la bonne.
Yeah, and causing the big old bump fest that he wanted. That was close. I mean, he had the asteroid gives him pretty much the idea of what it's going to do, but damn.
Là, je suis à portée de la journée. Oui, j'avais déjà un départ. Je peux en maintenir plus. Bon pour moi. Je focus. Je vais partir rapporter sur... J'ai l'initiative, donc je tire en first. Et c'est ça, on va pas prendre de risque. Ouais, mais je reste sur ma volonté.
Gets 1 hit, 2 crits with a first proton torpedo shot, so makes it 3 crits. And not much you can do about that. So it looks like it was on Cavill. Yeah. Gets a weapons failure. gets a console fire and a fuel leak.
Comme tu dis, même VP, tu joues. C'est 2D, c'est ça, de base.
Et 3D parce que c'est en dehors de mon arc. Et plus le. En fait, c'est 3D, la toile, c'est 2D plus le bonus de 3D. Et après, t'as un 4ème. Parce que c'est en dehors de mon arc de tir.
C'est la capacité de 4.
Par contre, j'ai pris un week on fait et j'ai un des noirs.
D'accord.
J'ai mangé 3.
Okay, firing back at the same initiative. Gets one hit and spends the focus for free.
T'as réussi à le sauver. Mais avec la toile, ça va être compliqué.
His focus as a result. Looks like he's going to take 3 hits. On to Jonas. Making Jonas a deader as well. So an even exchange. Although the half points with the gun runner puts, and the fact that Cavill's worth a lot more than Jonas with all those upgrades, puts Nicolas in the lead.
C'est au début de la phase d'engagement, je crois que j'ai oublié. Enfin, c'est le texte, c'est au début de la phase d'engagement. En fait, c'est pas quand il engage, c'est pas maintenant, c'est ça.
C'est le début de phase d'engagement. J'aurais dû le faire tout à l'heure. Sinon, c'est lors de l'activation du vaisseau. Petite nuance.
Alors, je vais voir avec Forlan sur le orange.
Gets 1 hit and 2 blanks.
Même cible. Ça en manque un. Ça fait une critique. Ça fait un critique. Je prends 2 stress, mais je l'ai pas, et c'est le orange.
3D.
And 1 evade.
On va commencer par le contact de l'activateur arrière. C'est numéro 1 ici.
Where did he take damage?
Ah non, pas ici. Normal. Il n'est pas ATL. Non, il n'y a pas de barrière. Là, c'est ici. Donc ça, c'est le vert, le orange.
Ça, c'est le missile, c'est ça?
Ouais,
Non, c'est lequel? C'est le numéro.
ça, c'est le orange qui tire sur ça cible la fois. Je réfléchis juste si je peux ça le
I'm not quite sure what's going on. Let me see, like 1, 2 and a focus, spends the focus. It's on Forlon. And Forlon takes 2 shields.
Cette fois-ci, on va activer le. Si on était à côté, le orange, on peut faire un deuxième.
Two hits and a focus.
Ça, c'est le orange, c'est le deuxième tir.
C'est
C'est
voilà,
ça,
c'est
le tir de cluster, le deuxième tir de cluster.
2 focuses, spends to evade both. And the last scimitar to attack. Sends a cluster missile. Gets 2 and a focus. Spends the focus. Gets 3. Forlorn rolls and evade. Takes 2 damage. Whoops. Out of shields. And the Jakku Gunrunner fires last.
Alors, oui, c'est l'orange.
One hit. And 2 blanks. So I'm guessing this is all going on to the last. Oh, it's a crit.
Après une manœuvre, j'ai bougé à travers un.
Yeah. You know.
Chevauché, je prends des.
Okay, so he's piling damage onto the Scimitar Squadron at the bottom of the table. How much he's got, I'm not sure, because Nicolas is placing the cards just out of view. I'm going to have to go along and check now when they go back to dials. Oh, maybe I can look from this camera. Almost. Let me get rid of that overlay. Where's my mouse? Hello? Oh, there it is. Okay. Looks like he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 damage cards. Let me go double check. Yes, so 4 damage cards and a stunned pilot crit. 3 damage cards and a stunned pilot. It is pretty slow. There was a lot of bumping in that last round. And there's a lot to think about, even with the 2 ships that have been removed. Too many.
Le temps, c'est toujours le garçon.
There we go. Tractor beams, the scimitar that's already heavily damaged.
Les joueurs X-Wing, il vous reste 10 minutes. X-Wing Fires, 10 minutes left.
K-wings. K-turns. Managed to get behind them. Well, let's see. He's got two arcs that aren't going to be firing this round. Red line is in a position that, like, if Forlom and Palovs are positioned well, then red line may not get a shot this turn either. Depends on what he's done, of course. Like, if he's gone for a K turn, depending if Forlom and Palov have turned to the right, to the left, sorry. So he was trying to K-turn with the Forlom. This is a very fidgety match. It's a big old bump fest in the middle there. And doesn't look like there's going to be much shooting going on this round. Palob's got his arc to the left, so he's going to be able to fire on the bomber, number 1 bomber, which is untouched at the moment. I don't think he's got that orange one in arc. nor the Jakku. So I don't know. I think this is going to be a pretty uneventful round.
Ça dans le jeu. Avec quelque chose.
Si je le fais. Ça, c'est tu me dis que le focus, je t'applique un focus parce que tu viens de marque à portée 0 à 2. Un focus ou une éveil.
Un tir P1. 3D.
It's two hits and a focus. Rolls blank. Forlorn takes 2 hits. And the stun pilot.
Je départ sur l'obstacle.
Le 5, c'est le V4 qui n'existe plus. Le 5.
On va tirer d'abord avec Forlorn. Sur
And we get 1 hit, 2 hits and 1 crit, and a blank. And a blank from Redline. Means all the shields are gone. But it doesn't take any of those hits. Those crits, sorry. I can't see that being an arc. Did they say oui? Bash goes to table.
Pour les joueurs de Destiny, il reste
2 focus results. Spends the focus.
On n'en a pas vu un seul pour l'instant.
This is on the orange one, so he's got to get at least 1 evade. Gets it. Keeps him on the table with just 1 whole point.
Oui, non, c'est un des de moins et un des de plus, parce que c'était de la portée 3.
Mais l'ordre des noix,
Parté en fait.
j'ai du bol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, il en reste un.
C'était bien de là, toi.
Things are tipping in Nicolas's favour, but I'm not sure if he's in a situation where he can really take full advantage of it. It's
Il y a P2 sur la sol, mais pas
It would appear they're not firing with the Jakku gunrunner. No, here we go. Yeah, okay. But with the way they're picking everything up, kind of like they feel like they've gone to the end phase. And gets 1, 2, and a crit. 2 hits and a crit. Rolls a blank. Gets an evade. That's weird. That's a fuel leak. And that's a structural damage.
J'ai le droit de faire l'action focus, que je n'ai pas.
Mais il tombe, non?
5 et il est mort.
I think he's dead, isn't he? I think he's dead. 5 damage cards. Unless something gives him a magic hull upgrade. There we go. So just left with Palob and a Jakku gunrunner. Jakku gunrunner down to 2 hit points.
J'avais un DM dessus, d'accord. Je te t'en ai donné. Ici, le PP, tirer ici.
And getting one focus and a blank takes another damage on
3 dégâts, non?
Jakku. So who is that? Was that the cluster missile then?
C'est bien joli et tout entamé, mais
Must have been.
ça c'est la seule cible, mais on a bonne.
Jakku returns fire on yellow because he doesn't have red, orange and arc, and gets one hit. And the bomber rolls. No evades. And takes one damage card.
On va dire que sa manœuvre de moto était très stressante. Je l'ai réussi, c'est déjà ça.
Le joueur X-Wing, c'est terminé. Vous terminez votre ronde en cours et vous nous donnez vos feuilles de résultats, s'il vous plaît. X-Wing player, back in the round. Mr. John, we go to match play.
Somebody's sneaking up, taking pictures of my station here. So they go back to dials for the round. I've informed them they've still got 6 minutes left, further than the rest of the players. And we just have to wait and see if there's some way that Romain can manage to scratch some points back without losing too much time. And you can hear the camera shutter going off in the background as they take pictures of me. He ran up while I wasn't here and started taking pictures in espionage. So yeah, not long left in this round, and I believe there's a lunch break, but I'm not sure exactly what time we're supposed to come back. There was a plan to have us come back, but then it would appear that round 1 started a little bit late, round 2 started a little bit late as well. So I believe we've got a little bit of a delay going on, which is great because it means I'm going to have a lot less time to do the stuff I wanted to do at lunchtime. But oh well.
X-Wing players, we are having a break.
Oh, here we go. They're having a break. So we managed to set up this little walled off secret area for our table, which makes it good for the microphone, but like I said, these two aren't talking very much, so there's not much to hear. Let me drop down the gain, and I want to turn the pan, this one, I want to turn my microphone a little bit over to the left, and the other microphone a little bit over to the left. So once again, thank you for joining us here. This is an excellent weekend for X-Wing. You've got the Polish system open in Gdansk. I've not had any information about how many players there are there. Let me send a message to my connections. How many players, dude? We've got 166 players here in Paris today. You've also got the Australian National Championship taking place this weekend. They finished just about as soon as we got ready to start round 1. But I'm sure they'll probably be back on for their top by the time we're leaving. When we finish round 6, basically. spreading out those bombers a little bit more now. Now that Jonas isn't around, not much reason for it to keep them together. And also they were kind of compromised by stress tokens and poor positioning. But yeah, really, I mean, like this Jakku Gunrunner's only got 1 hit point left. There's not going to be much left to keep him on the board. And in the 6 minutes we've got left, can Nicolas get half points off of Palob? And maybe even finish off the Jakku Gunrunner to get the maximum points he can. The only thing he needs to try and do is avoid taking 2 damage on the Yellow Scimitar Squadron or on Red Line. 2 damage on Red Line, yeah, would mean half points.
Pour Destiny, c'est terminé. Vous finissez le tour en cours, c'est terminé. Et voilà.
Destiny, c'est terminé. Okay, Red Line K-Tan. So obviously that Jakku Gunrunner's dead. Looks like one of the bombers has got arc on Palob, but doesn't have a target lock or anything. So it's going to be difficult to get 3 points of damage onto Palob this turn. Here we go. What's this? This was Red Line using the primary against the Jakku Gunrunner, and the Jakku Gunrunner defends. I think that's what happened. Yeah. That must be, and I think, are they going back to dials? Are they squeezing in one more round? Palob's going to fire. Oh, the target lock that's on the Jakku Gunrunner has been pretty poorly cut out of the punch board.
Pour vous dire, de prendre connaissance, on a affiché des petits papiers où on dit qu'ASOD recrute des associations, etc. On propose une sorte de...
Gets a blank and a crit. Yeah, no. He's trying to take that orange one off the board. Rerolls, gets 2. Needs to keep 2 evades to keep it on the table. Gets 1 and a bunch of focuses. So takes damage, gone. Gets a little bit of extra points, and that's a direct hit. So regardless, well, yep, dead. And I reckon their time has run out. They've still got a couple more ships to fire. You can never really tell the way everyone just kind of stops doing stuff. It's like, what? Okay, so it looks like he's going to have to fire on the Jakku gun. C'est fini. Désolé, Romain. Désolé.
Pas de problème.
Pas problème. Wait, did you have, when you saw the 4 bombers coming towards you, and you had they crossed the whole board to get you, was that sort of a situation that you felt like you could maybe handle it if you were lucky?
No. I realized I made a mistake because I shouldn't have jousted.
No. But it's not like you tried to joust, but he just kind of had a really open path through the asteroids, and just you had nowhere else to go.
I tried to split the ships a little bit more to avoid the cluster missile, but it wasn't obviously not enough.
Yeah.
So I think the engagement wasn't good.
All right. Okay.
And also the few mistakes when I missed the K-turn with the forum, it cost me a lot, I think.
Yeah,
as well.
you
because
tried to
I
case and you
missed
bumped,
it twice
yeah.
and 2 times in a row. And
2 times.
yeah.
Okay,
That's the
and
game.
it was very difficult because he had a lot of bumping going on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Well, like I said, we'll keep the interview short. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much.
Bonne chance pour le
Merci.
prochain partie.
Merci.
Merci. Bah, voilà. Félicitations,
Thank you.
Nicolas. You had a good game. You jousted. You had your squadron, the 4 scimitars, approaching, and the torpedoes, the cluster missiles, and everything went very well for you, huh? Did you think it was going to be so easy?
No, never. A game is never easy.
No.
But I wasn't sure to what attended for.
Okay.
I'm not used to play against Forlom and Scum.
Oh, okay.
I'm not used to.
Okay.
But my best try was to keep my squadron grouped
Yeah.
with Jonas and have
You wanted
the big one on side.
Yeah, and you wanted to. You came very close to taking Cavill, killing him in 1 round, but he stayed on for just 1 more.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean,
I tried to pour éviter.
Avoid. I tried to avoid.
The torpedoes.
Yeah, of course.
That was
yeah.
the try.
Yeah, you wanted to get him off the table. Also, he had a lot of points. So when you lost Jonas, that was a very good exchange for you. Yeah, your Jonas was nowhere near as many points as the Cavill with all the upgrades.
No, but without Jonas, I have no reasons.
True, but it was a good exchange either way. I mean, you still had enough to be able to take care of the rest of it. Okay, we stop there. Merci beaucoup. Félicitations. Bonne chance pour la prochaine partie.
For this afternoon.
Yeah, for this afternoon.
Bye.
Oui.